Nice to have you with us, and we are very honored.
It feels like a bit of the old world meets the new world and the future, doesn't it?
Indeed, indeed.
Yeah. When did we first meet?
Well, we know each other since the year 2006.
It was, that's right.
This is almost 20 years ago, and we've been communicating and exchanging information and experience all around and always around neurosurgeons and the European neurosurgery.
Yeah.
So it's a nice circle,
It
rounding
is.
up
It's really
nicely.
Nice. Absolutely.
Beautiful.
And the EANS has changed a lot since I started.
Yes, indeed. It has changed a lot. Mm-hmm.
It has. I mean, when I joined back in 1995-6, we had no individual members at all. We had one training course. We did have a winter meeting, and then obviously we had the Congress every 4 years. My job was to expand the EANS, but particularly to recreate its constitution so that it was fit for the next 10, 20 years. And then you have obviously come in and taken it forward. By the time I left, we had about 900 individual members, because we weren't even sure if individual membership was going to work. And I mentioned before that some of the national societies were worried. Obviously, they were worried that they might lose their membership because people were going straight to the EANS on their own. But actually it worked really well, and we managed to show that there was added value. And you've carried that on, haven't you?
And now, I mean, when I started with the EANS office, that is the beginning of the year 2019, I have found the plan of 3 training courses per year, a number of about 12 to 15 educational programs, and this has grown now to 20 educational programs around Europe throughout the year. And we are a proud family of about 3,000 individual members right now, 40 national societies, and through those societies we represent another 6,000-7,000 neurosurgeons of the European continent. So the family got bigger, but it's dynamic and it's growing every day.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it was interesting back when I was looking after things that neurosurgery was changing a lot, and the idea of keeping this family going, particularly to bring young neurosurgeons together from across Europe so they could exchange ideas and remain in touch. And I know that, you know, they made lifelong friendships, and that continues, of course, which is great.
Like us.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, like
absolutely,
us.
Absolutely.
This is lifelong friendships.
It is incredible. And of course, then bringing in collaborations with the commercial sector, that was completely new.
Yes, that is a new
and quite
thing.
Controversial at the time.
Yes.
And that's when we started the AO fellowships, the spine fellowships, which again was we'll see if it works. So it's great to see how things have just expanded.
It's expanded. I think we have a more holistic and more complete now service of the community. We must also praise Susie Height for the work she delivered into the organization, because I think she's the person that helped the EANS grow. She has put the next steps forward.
Absolutely.
From the times you were managing the organization until my times now.
Absolutely.
She's considerably contributed to the growth.
Oh, definitely. Well, it's important, isn't it? Because neurosurgery is relatively still a small specialty.
It is.
So it's really important that there's this continuity through from the trainees, and also that the new generations are trained in a particular way.
Yeah, but still the focus was and remains the young community.
Yeah, definitely.
This is the focus and the target of all our activity. We work for, around, and in the favor of young neurosurgeons.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that always was the case.
Yeah.
And making sure that, as you know, originally it was also that geographically people were not sort of separated, if you like. It was bringing the geography of Europe together, as well as the individual trainees to become better neurosurgeons, and that was really important as well.
So I think what I can add to the organizational performance is a sound structure and the internationalization of our activities.
Indeed.
So we have great relationships now with all the supranational bodies, the other continental societies. We have open communication channel with the international community. We build programs together.
Yes.
We organize things together. And
you've got a lot of people here.
We have got a lot of people here. From Africa, from Asia, from the Americas, and on our side we are going to those continents when their meetings are there. So we have a number of barter agreements, active relationships, and online communication that allows us to do things together and address neurosurgery not only within the European continent but also
absolutely
beyond these borders.
But of course the huge difference, now that you mention it, is communications. I mean, when I started with the EANS, email didn't exist. And I used to spend nights and nights sending all these faxes to Russia, to Croatia, and then suddenly the line would break and I'd have to start all over again. And it might take an hour to send one fax and I had 300 to send. I mean, that has made a huge difference to being able to bring the family together. And obviously during the COVID, it was absolutely crucial, wasn't it?
And despite all the systems in place, the workload is still a lot, and you need to do a lot of overtime and around the year effort to contribute.
Indeed. I mean, that was exactly the same for me.
Working time.
Yeah, absolutely. There was yes, I used to work through the night quite often. As I say, because it was at the time it was just me, and I was bringing in things, you know, slowly in the spirit of pilots. It wasn't always very popular, and so you know there was a lot of politics involved with a small p. But we all ended up being good friends, and that was important as well.
Beautiful. Stephanie, delighted to have you here in Barcelona for the EANS 2023. I hope you enjoyed being with us. We've loved having you with us, around us, on the stages.
And I'm really glad to see how everything is carried on. Thank you. Thank you very much.